So Devin Haney is looked at as running from Shakur Stevenson when he moved up to 140. But Terrence Crawford is looked at as not having to fight Jaron Enis. They did the same thing. They were both undisputed. Let's talk.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand. And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
So Devin Haney beat George Kambosos for undisputed, defended it against George Kambosos in a rematch, and then defended it again against Vasyl Lomachenko. He was going to defend it yet again against Shakur Stevenson. He tried to fight Shakur Stevenson before he even fought Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson told him to focus on Lomachenko. Facts. Whatever. He sent Shakur Stevenson an offer. That was his mandatory, his WBC mandatory for one belt, not for all four, just for one. The WBC split is 70-30. Devin Haney offered him 25% of everything, not just 30% of the purse, 25% of everything, which is more than 30% of the purse. Way more. That's what Devin offered him. 25% of everything. Shakur Stevenson wanted 50-50 of everything. He wanted that because that's what he did to Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring was not going to give Shakur Stevenson 50-50. But then he ended up saying, okay, I'll give you 50-50. And then Shakur Stevenson went behind his back to the WBO and got 67% as the mandatory, not even the champion, as the mandatory. He tried to do the same thing to Devin, and Devin told him to kiss his ass. This is what you're getting. 25%. That's all you're getting. You're not getting nothing more than this. That's it. Shakur Stevenson turned that down, went to the WBC, and hoping that the WBC would do to Devin what they did to Jamel Herring. See, the difference is that Devin Haney was undisputed. Jamel Herring only had one belt. Devin was undisputed. He had all the belts. So it's a total different story where you can strip me of the WBC. I don't give a damn. I'm already undisputed. I've won all the belts already. I can't win them again. I won them all already. They belong to me. I'm undisputed. This dude is just my mandatory. That's it. So the WBC had zero power over Devin. Zero. Absolutely zero. He's already undisputed. If they was to strip him because he refused to give Shakur Stevenson more money, and that was the reason why the fight didn't happen. If they would have stripped him, so what? He already was undisputed. So what? I'm not giving you no more than this. This is all you're getting. This is all you're worth to me. You can feel like you're worth more than this. That's irrelevant to me. I don't care. These are my belts. I'm undisputed. I'm giving you the opportunity. You're not giving me anything. I'm giving you an opportunity. I can make money fighting anybody else. You can't be undisputed fighting no one else but me. That is the position that Devin was in. Shakur Stevenson turned it down. And everybody's running around here talking about, oh, Devin ran. Devin ran out of the division. He ran. Devin ran. Devin ran to 140. Devin ducked Shakur. He ducked him. Devin ducked Shakur because Shakur was his mandatory. And Devin refused to fight him. He didn't refuse to fight him. He gave him an offer. He gave him an offer. More than one, but Shakur turned it down. That's cap. It's cap. Only got one offer. It's cap. Oh, well, I didn't even get one offer, to be honest. because Bob Arum said, but Shakur says I got an offer. Shakur says he got an offer multiple times. But Bob Arum said that Devin ran. That's what they say. The crazy part is, the same people that say Devin ran, these same Shakur fans, are Bud fans. Terrence Bud Crawford beat Julius Indongo, moved up, fought Jeff Horn, finally fought Errol Spence, beat Errol Spence, and then moved up and fought McDoordash. His mandatory was Jerron Boots Enis. He gave this man no offer at all. Zero offer. As a matter of fact, let's do y'all one better. When Terrence Crawford first became undisputed at 140, he signed paperwork with the IBF that says him and Indongo said the winner must fight Sergey Lipinets. They must fight him. He beat Indongo and then vacated the IBF title. He never defended undisputed at 140. Never defended it. Devin Haney beat George Kambosos for undisputed and then defended against George Kambosos. And then defended it against Vasyl Lomachenko. Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence for undisputed. His mandatory was Jerron Boots Enis. All he had to do was let the IBF know that he intends on fighting Jerron Boots Enis if Errol Spence fight falls through. And they would have let him keep his titles. He chose not to do that. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence both signed paperwork to say that the winner of this fight must fight Jerron Boots Enis. They both signed paperwork. They both knew who was the next person up for them. Both of them knew this. Terrence Crawford won. He beat Errol Spence, and then he moved up. He never fought Jerron Boots Enis. No one never called him a duck at all. What they did say is Boots hasn't done anything to deserve Terrence Crawford. If Boots wants to fight Terrence Crawford, Boots needs to move to 154. That's what the same people that said Devin Haney ducked Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney ran to 140. They do not say Terrence Crawford ran to 140. They don't say that at all. They say, oh, Terrence Crawford's, he's going after legacy. But Devin Haney went to 140 and got a belt. He ran. Devin Haney went to 140 and fought Regis Porgray, the number one ranked 140-pounder at the time. And they said that Devin ran. Terrence Crawford moved up and fought McDoordash, a guy with 11 fights, and one of them was a draw. And he lost. Devin embarrassed Regis Porgray. Embarrassed him. Totally one-sided fight. We know the pay-per-view numbers for Devin. What were the pay-per-view numbers for Terrence Crawford? When Devin fought Regis, Devin did 135,000 pay-per-view buys. When Terrence Crawford fought McDoordash, he barely did 100K. Barely. He barely did 100K. In his fourth weight class, two-time undisputed against McDoordash, Devin fought Regis Porgray. And everybody said, oh man, Devin can't sell. Devin's not a draw. Devin ain't this, blah, blah, blah. Regis ain't nobody. Regis ain't shit. Yada, 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 blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Regis Porgray was a former champion. And at the time, he was a two-time champion. Yeah, he was a WBA and WBC Diamond. And then when he fought Devin, he was a WBC champion. So he was a two-time champion when he fought Devin. McDoordash was an email champion. He never fought Jermell Charlo for that WBA strap at all. It was a vacant title. He was an email champion. That's what McDoordash was. That was his first title. But see, nobody cares about that. But see, when it comes to talking about Devin, when it comes to talking about Boots, they put Devin and Boots in the same situation. Devin needed to give Shakur more to prove something. You got to prove you're the best. Although he beat George Kambosos, defended against George Kambosos, and then beat Lomachenko. But that wasn't enough to prove that he's the best. That's not enough. But Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, and that's it. And that's supposed to be enough to prove he's the best. That's enough. That's enough. So you just beat the champion. Well, Devin beat the champion. See, it was Teofimo Lopez. So if Devin beat Teo, would that have been different? Because Devin beat the guy that beat Teo. So. But it doesn't matter to y'all. Because y'all are Team Bud, Team Shakur. That's fine. The problem is, Terrence Bud Crawford was the undisputed champion and did not fight not one mandatory as the undisputed champion. And no one called him a duck. No one saying he's running. Matter of fact, they say Terrence Crawford knocks Boots out. Terrence Crawford destroys Boots. Boots ain't nobody. Boots hasn't beat nobody. Boots said, okay, cool. Well, if Boots hasn't beat anybody, who the hell did Shakur beat? Who did Shakur beat for you guys to say that he could beat Devin? This is not my stance. This is y'all stance. Y'all stance is that it's okay for Bud to run from Boots. But Devin offering Shakur Stevenson a fight and since Shakur turned it down, that's Devin running. Devin ran from Shakur because Devin didn't give Shakur more money. Devin didn't just sit there and wait for the WBC to determine how much money that Devin has to give Shakur. Devin didn't sit there. Well, it didn't even make it that far with Terrence Crawford. At all. It didn't even make it that far. Terrence Crawford didn't offer Boots nothing. He didn't offer him a damn thing. He won the title and then bounced. Oh no, BFDB, the IBF stripped him. The IBF stripped him because he refused to fight. He refused to fight. Isn't that what y'all say about Devin? The WBC stripped Devin because Devin refused to fight Shakur Stevenson, so WBC stripped him. No. Devin did not refuse to fight Shakur. Devin gave Shakur an offer. Here's 25%. You take this or I am fighting Regis. He chose to ask the WBC for more money, so Devin fought Regis. Terrence Crawford didn't do that. Terrence Crawford told the world, and the Terrence Crawford ball rubbers was like, oh, it wasn't Terrence Crawford's fault, it's Errol Spence's fault because Errol Spence didn't fight him in the rematch. Cool, but you guys said you didn't even want to see the rematch. So if it's Errol Spence's fault and the rematch expired, the time for the rematch expired, why didn't he fight Boots right then? Why didn't he say, don't take my belt, don't take my IBF title, I'm fighting Boots next? Why did he do that? The IBF was going to allow him to keep his strap. They did for Usyk. Usyk is the one that said, never mind, you guys can take it, and it's fine. I'm already undisputed. I became undisputed. I'll go ahead and drop this IBF title. Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, you can fight for this belt. That's what Usyk said, because the IBF was allowing him to keep it for his rematch with Tyson Fury. Facts. They would have allowed Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford to keep his belt for the rematch with Errol Spence. All he had to do was say he's fighting his Mando. That's all he had to do. Let the IBF know that he was going to fight his Mando. If something happened with this, or right after this fight, if the fight either happened or if something happened with it, doesn't matter. Right after this, I'm fighting Boots. They would have let him keep it. He chose to do nothing. That's his fault. Devin Haney gave Shakur Stevenson an option. Hey man, here's 25% or I'm fighting Regis. Take your pick. It doesn't matter to me. I'm already undisputed. You want what I have. Shakur Stevenson wanted no smoke with Devin Haney. Zero. Blatantly ducked him. Wanted no smoke whatsoever. None. He could have fought Devin for 25%, which was the most money he would have made, as well as undisputed. He'd be the undisputed champion right now had he beat Devin. He'd be the undisputed champion. But instead, he ducked undisputed because of money. He wanted more money, so he ducked undisputed. And is now crying about being undisputed after ducking undisputed. But yet you guys say The guy that ducked Undisputed is the victim here. Devin, the guy that made an offer, ran from Shakur. He made him an offer. But you guys say he ran from Shakur. But Terrence Crawford never gave an offer to Boots for nothing. And you guys are telling me that Boots don't deserve it. If Boots wants to fight Bud, if he really wants to fight Bud, then move to 154. That's what you guys are telling me. Okay, cool. Well, if Shakur really wants to fight Devin, then move to 140. What's the problem? What's the problem? You see, there's different strokes for different folks. There's differences here. It's okay for the active squad, which y'all call Bud and Shakur. Let's get active. Let's get active is what y'all call them. Yet Shakur Stevenson is not active at all. Oh, I forgot. He is active with Joe Corona. Like my homie calls him. Joe Cream Corn. That's who he's about to fight. A guy who's just got knocked out and moved up and in his very first fight is fighting for a title. And no one's saying nothing about it because y'all don't even care. There's people actually telling me that I'm going to buy it. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Believe what you want to believe. Believe what you want to believe. I promise to God I'm not buying that, but believe what you want to believe. Believe whatever you want. But the truth of the matter is, Jaron Boots Enis and Shakur Stevenson were both mandatories to the undisputed champion of the world. But they're both treated differently in their mandatory statuses. Well, Boots should have stayed in the WBO. He pulled out of the WBO. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter if Boots would have been number one in the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA. It doesn't matter if he was number one in any one of those sanctioned bodies. Terrence Crawford was undisputed, which means Boots would have been his mandatory regardless of what belt he had. Jaron Boots Ennis could have became the interim champion in the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF, and pulled out of the WBO. If Terrence Crawford is undisputed, then Jaron Boots Ennis is still his mando. Nothing changed. Nothing changed, y'all. Nothing. Boots is still the fucking mandatory. Just like Shakur Stevenson was Devin's WBC mandatory, Jaron Boots Ennis was Terrence Crawford's IBF mandatory. Shakur Stevenson wasn't the mandatory for two sanctioning bodies. So why don't y'all get mad at Shakur Stevenson? He was high ranked in the WBO, high ranked in number one in WBC, and high ranked in the WBO. Why didn't he just continue pushing to be the WBO mandatory as well? The same thing as Jaron Boots Ennis. Shakur Stevenson was ranked in the WBO. Number two, if I'm not mistaken. Number one in the WBC and number two in the WBO. Why didn't he just stay the WBO and WBC route? Why didn't he do that? No one talks about that because no one cares. Because all you guys want to do is rub your boy's balls. Yeah, let Terrence Crawford sit there with legs wide open and just rub on his balls. That's what you guys want to do. Y'all don't give a damn if this dude fights. You don't give a damn nothing about this man. You just want to rub his balls. Bunch of ball rubbers, bro. That's all y'all are. Because it's the exact same scenario between Devin and Shakur and Bud and Boots. It's the exact same scenario. Exact same. There was an undisputed champion, Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney. There was a mandatory for a belt. One belt. Jaron Boots Ennis, Shakur Stevenson. But you guys treat these scenarios different, and they're not. The formula is the same. Undisputed champion, undisputed champion. One belt mando, one belt mando. Here's the differences. This one belt mando got an offer. Yeah, this one over here. Shakur Stevenson, he got an offer. Shakur Stevenson got 25%. This mando over here with Jaron Boots Ennis, he got nothing. He didn't get a damn thing. This mando over here, Shakur Stevenson, Yeah, he got all the praise in the world for wanting greatness, and he wants to fight the best, and he wants to fight Devin, and he's Devin's mandatory, and Devin needs to give him a fair offer. It's got to be fair. And Floyd Mayweather coming out here saying, just because you had a bad offer doesn't mean you got to give somebody else a bad offer. Well, where is Floyd Mayweather asking Terrence Crawford to give Jaron Boots Ennis any offer? Where's Floyd Mayweather? Where's all these people that Fight Hype and Boxing Scene and Ring Magazine and all these motherfuckers that y'all running around here and fucking the Boxing Voice and all these weird ass niggas y'all running around here doing all these interviews, asking these fighters and asking these people, do you think it's fair that Devin's only giving 25%? What do you think? Why the fuck, why aren't y'all motherfuckers running around here asking, what do y'all think about Bud not giving Boots a damn thing? What does Floyd think? Y'all asked Floyd about Devin and Shakur. What does Floyd think about Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis? What about any of the Mayweathers? What do they think? They running around putting mics in people's faces. Devin and Shakur. Devin's offering 25%. Do you think that's fair? Well, how about this? If you can run around with a mic, Devin's offering Shakur Stevenson 25%. What's your thoughts on this, and do you think it's fair? Well, where are the people saying Terrence Crawford is not offering Jaron Boots Ennis a damn thing? What's your thoughts on this, and do you think it's fair? Y'all ain't asking nobody nothing because you don't care. Y'all are ball rubbers. You don't care. Y'all make up your own fucking stances and just, oh no, it's different, BF, because, you know, Bud, he wants to fight Canelo. So the fuck what? And what's that got to do with anything? Just because Bud wants to fight somebody else, that means the people who is his mandatory don't get a shot? Well, Dev wants to fight Tio. So does that mean that Shakur don't get a shot? Because Dev wants to fight Tio or wanted to fight Tio? So Shakur don't get no shot? Yeah, see, y'all motherfuckers are hypocrites. You're hypocrites. I'm here to continue exposing y'all. That's what I'm going to continue doing. I'm going to keep throwing the truth in your faces. Because y'all are full of shit. You don't want the best to fight the best. You want to ball rub a specific fighter. That's what you want to do. Because if you guys had the same energy for Jaron Boots Ennis that you have for Shakur, I'm cool with it. Bud, you ducking. Nah, it's a duck, bro. Why you ain't give this man an offer? He's your mandatory. How you going to win the belts and then vacate? You know good and damn well that was your mandatory. Oh, the IBF forced Bud to leave 147. That's what y'all said about Devin. The WBC forced Devin out. Devin ran to 140. WBC forced him out. The WBC told this man, you will do. WBC stripped them. When Bud got stripped, you guys are out here crying like some bitches. Oh God, I can't believe that the IBF did Bud so wrong, man. He just won his title, man. That's crazy. I can't believe. Oh God. Well, if you just won your title, defend it. If Errol Spence is not going to fight you, fight your mandatory. Jaron Boots Ennis. Devin Haney won his and defended it. And then defended it again. And was going to defend it yet again. Errol Spence lost to Terrence Crawford. Destroyed, demolished, crushed. Terrence Crawford became undisputed. And did absolutely nothing. He ran from Jaron Boots Ennis. He ran from that man. Literally ran from him. Literally ran. Didn't offer this man nothing. Dashed away after claiming, well, you know, Errol Spence, why won't you fight your mandoms? I always fought at my mandoms. EJ, until Boots became his mandatory. And then next thing you know is, well, you know, I don't need to fight him. What has he done? I'm going after legacy. Well, he's going after legacy too. You just happen to be fucking it. You are it. You are his legacy fight. He's going after you, his legacy fight. But you're going after legacy, which is Canelo. But Canelo's the problem, right? Because Canelo's ducking you. a guy at a whole different weight class that don't give a fuck about you. But you ain't ducking Boots because you left the weight class and you don't give a fuck about Boots. But Devin ducked Shakur Stevenson when he left the weight class. He's supposed to care about Shakur. You don't care about Boots. And I don't give a fuck about you. But Devin's supposed to care about Shakur. Devin is supposed to give Shakur what Shakur wants. But Terrence Crawford don't have to give Boots nothing. And Canelo Alvarez is saying, if you want me to fight him, you will give me $150 million. So the only person who tried to do the right thing here is Devin Haney. And he's the only one that y'all shit on. Because y'all are a bunch of fucking ball rubbers. And y'all have always been. And you just keep exposing yourself as such. BFTB, shout to the mighty LDBC. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all future videos. Like, comment, and share, and I will reply to some of you. If you're feeling the content, please show support in the Cash App. It is Greatness512. Or the PayPal, it is paypal.me/BFTVboxing. Or you can scan either one. Also, subscribe to my Patreon, where I will be uploading videos about my personal life and personal experiences, as well as YouTube blocked videos, along with many other continued series.